A teenager comes home from school, grabs his phone, and tells his mother about his day. He says a classmate has insane rizz, a teacher was cooking, and another student lost 1,000 aura during recess. The mother smiles and nods, pretending to understand. In reality, she didn't catch a single word. This scene is playing out in millions of homes across the West right now. The language used by Gen Z and Gen Alpha, those born from the late 90s onward, has become so specific and so dependent on internet subcultures that it can feel like a foreign language to anyone outside that digital bubble. Behind these words lies a fundamental shift in how the next generation organizes reality. And in this video, you will finally decipher what the young are actually saying. The slang of Gen Z and Gen Alpha is no longer born on street corners or in physical schoolyards. Instead, it emerges from global algorithmic bubbles. A term can appear on a TikTok feed at 3 a.m., cross the globe by dawn, and arrive at a middle school playground already carrying regional variations the original creator wouldn't recognize. According to digital communication experts, this lexicon functions as a gatekeeping mechanism. Those who speak the code are in, and those who don't are effectively excluded from the tribe. Unlike the slang of the 80s or 90s, today's terms are layers of deep-seated memes. For a teenager in 2026, saying someone is farming aura is a direct application of RPG video game logic to real life. Every social gesture gains points. Every mistake loses them. To understand this vocabulary is to realize that for these generations, digital perception often carries more weight than physical reality. To understand this new alphabet, we must define its core components. Rizz, derived from the word charisma. It defines one's ability to attract or persuade others in a social setting. Aura. This is the most pervasive concept in recent years. Inspired by RPG point systems, aura is an invisible prestige. Perform a heroic or aesthetically perfect act and you gain aura. Trip in public and your aura drops. Farming. This refers to the act of cultivating or accumulating resources, now used to describe someone trying to build up their social status or aura. Let him cook. This isn't about the kitchen. It's a request for space to let someone execute an idea or a recognition that a process is underway. Based, a form of intellectual praise. Being based means having an authentic opinion, often one that is politically incorrect or contrary to the mainstream consensus, and holding it regardless of criticism. Sigma, Alpha, Beta. Originally derived from wolf hierarchies, these terms have been repurposed as memes. While Alpha is the dominant leader, the Sigma is the lone wolf who operates outside the traditional hierarchy, though today these are often used with a heavy layer of irony. Looks-maxing and mewing. This is an entire subculture dedicated to maximizing physical appearance. Mewing specifically refers to the tongue positioning exercises meant to define the jawline. Mogging, used when someone who is considered aesthetically superior outshines or overshadows another person in a social setting. NPC, short for non-playable character. It is used to describe someone who lacks original thought and simply repeats mainstream talking points, acting like a background character in a video game. But let me ask you, are you enjoying the story we're cooking? Then give us a like, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notifications. This helps us create the best content especially for you. Most of these terms have a traceable genealogy originating in online communities like Reddit, 4chan, and Twitch. These were environments where, over the last 2 decades, subcultures produced a vocabulary that is now being used by teenagers who have never even visited those sites. For example, the red pill concept, a reference to the 1999 film The Matrix, became a metaphor for awakening to reality. The term was coined by political philosopher Curtis Yarvin, one of the American right-wing's most prominent figures in the political and cultural arena. And it all started in a blog. What began as code for a closed community now reaches hundreds of millions within hours thanks to TikTok. As Professor Gail Fairhurst of the University of Cincinnati notes, language is a tool for community building. Even a nonsense term can be a powerful unifying force or a tool for exclusion. There is one detail that separates this generation from its predecessors: post-irony. Classical irony is simple. You say the opposite of what you mean. Post-irony is a layer deeper. It is irony that pretends to be sincere or sincerity that pretends to be irony, until neither the speaker nor the listener is entirely sure which is which. The joke has no punchline. The interpretation is left open. This explains the brain rot phenomenon, memes that are intentionally irrational and addictive. Take the 6'7" meme from 2025. The absence of meaning is the point. In a 2025 essay, Brazilian researcher Daniel Fransoliago describes these memes as symbolic devices that process collective emotions, blending the sincere with the absurd. This dynamic is moving faster than ever. In the past, slang survived for years. On TikTok, it survives for weeks. By the time a parent learns what a word means, the generation using it has already discarded it as normie or cringe. This vocabulary is a way of ensuring that you aren't understood by the outside world. But we want to hear from you. Do you think this new digital dialect is just another phase of youth culture, or is it a sign of a growing disconnect between generations? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications. And if you want to stay ahead of our releases, click the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen. We'll see you in our next 10-minute brief.